Welcome to or back to my channel. These are going to be some timeless collective messages, so please keep in mind that they are general collective messages. They will not resonate with everyone. So please take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else to appreciate. Please keep in mind also that not everything I post on my channel is for everyone as well. So, again, please take what resonates and leave the rest. I'm going to go ahead and get into the energy here. I've got some new decks, and this gold tarot deck that I got is quite interesting because the material is different. So, anyway, I'm going to attempt to see what's going on with that. And I also got some new life changing situation. I'm sorry, life changing situation. That's not what it says. So maybe something life changing is coming up here. But it actually says clarifying life situations. Okay, I just opened these up and I just got them. So that ought to be fun. All right, there's some kind of reactions taking place with the moon. They are coming from illusions or fear. So this is reaction or response. There's a lot of nurturing, confrontation. Confront your feelings here. Okay, force yourself here. There's some kind of forced reactions, but force yourself to confront your feelings. So therefore, the reactions are lessened, or there's less energy that you're attracting to cause reactions in these illusions of fear in some type of way, shape, or form. I don't know what's happening behind that confrontation. Mercury. So this communication is confrontational. All right, what's happening here? For the collective with this communication that is confrontational or has the potential to be confrontational. Aquarius, there's a discovery of this. And I say of this, South Node is right behind it. There's a discovery or something to reconsider or remember. Now is not the time, and you're going to discover what that is or what that was for you. There was a decision about it. What's happening here for the collective? The ninth house. This could have to do with long range travel or thinking. This has to do with spiritual values, and someone might be traveling to share something for your future. Let's see, with the 11th house, what was that? The 11th house is the ninth house with these values. Are these what you're sharing here in long range? It could be that whatever you might not be traveling at a long range. You could be and you whatever you're doing is reaching very far out there. Okay, you're sharing and it's reaching a large audience with the 11th house. Okay, that's why there's an energy of resurrecting here, but there was a responsibility that wasn't. Somebody didn't take a responsibility here. So that's why the resurrect Pluto card is in reverse, because you realize there was some kind of responsibility that was unaccounted for, because I have spiritual values over here. All right, this could be a long range travel or traveling a long distance, but like I said, you could be reaching long ranges somehow. I don't know. With Libra, wow, reaching long range results and fairness. So that is what these decisions that are occurring, what you're sharing, and these values also are based upon fairness, cooperation, and decisions that you make for yourself with Libra. Wow. With Venus, Libra again. So there's the law of attraction or attraction pleasure. It's good times, joy, but whatever's blocking that, there's some kind of enjoyment here. Enjoy your decisions. You might be making decisions about this travel. Yeah, because it's your action. All right, there could be some kind of travel or decision you're making about art or charm or beauty. Okay, showing fairness to yourself. You could be going on some kind of spiritual retreat, taking action toward that. Okay, let's see. What's happening here for the collective? Over here on those values and travel. Then it came out upon confrontation, Mars, decisions. Okay, so when you make decisions, then you got the confrontation. Okay, Leo, leadership coming from a leader, or you are being asked to be your own leader here. You're energizing. We want you to cooperate here. You could be analyzing this. Was something done at a little, you've done a little, okay. You did what you wanted to a little at a time, and there's where the confrontations came in. So you could have moved a long distance away from what was confrontational as well, and made a decision to move away from, and then you reach a larger audience. Or what is it? You are accepted. Let's just keep going. Other people's resources, yeah. Yeah, something about your resources shift. Well, that's why there's a confrontation coming in. All right, there's a situation being energized as an issue. A confrontation is an issue. It's about getting and using power. Somebody could have traveled to do this. This is about other people's resources and a leader. Or because you are a leader, you're attracting support. And North Node just fell down. And so that is there will be that support. Getting support. Let's see. What is this other people's resources here? Or this issue? Confrontational issue. Saturn, limits imposed, cautions regarding, and it came out sideways. So this is the maturity that brings about a change about power, or there's a power shift because there was a limit imposed. Somebody might have been impatient. That's what the issue was. Impatience about an investment, a creation, or what you were creating, art, charm. It's like rushing something that is naturally unfolding. So the force that's applied, it's like when you're shaping something. Okay. So there has been limits imposed by other people's resources. Force yourself to go beyond the limits here. Your resources, other people's resources, and then limits right in the middle. It's about what you value. Dramatics are here. Your beliefs are here around this. Okay, so don't self-sabotage in what you're making, because you're making art, or you're making decisions having to do with overcoming limits that lead to open doors in an artistic kind of way. Does that make sense? Okay. Let's see. I'm going to get some tarot here. Like I said, I'm going to use my new deck. We have the Emperor here. What is to be shared? Ninth house. Sagittarius. This ninth house, I think, is Sagittarius, and this is Emperor energy. So we have Emperor and the King of Swords. A logic in this. So somebody's using logic about what they share or their values, masculine energy. Let's see. What is this value or long range? Somebody could be traveling a long way to, and they sound funny because they're made out of something different. I don't know what. They're, okay, what is this? All right, the moon. Okay, I have an itch. Fears. What about sharing something? Fears about sharing emotions. I'll put them back. Fears about sharing emotions are coming up. What is happening here? One card, please. What is this? What is to be shared from a masculine emperor energy? Or if you're dealing with an Aries, Libra, Scorpio, Capricorn. It's all who's here. Wow, these cards are interesting. Okay, let's see. I still itch, maybe. Okay, being left out in the cold. Okay, somebody could have traveled a long distance because there was some kind of home environment that was put in an upheaval. Somebody's worried about the information that's to be shared about being left out in the cold. There's a value that shifted around abundance, though, because this is, wow, it's moving to calmer waters. Decisions to move to calmer waters with the Six of Swords. Decisions, collaboration, moving forward to calmness. You face some kind of overcoming this very quickly and calmly, or with grace here. Picking up grace, King of Pentacles. Earth sign energy, confrontation from the past, Six of Cups, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, decisions. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, very unnurturing energy, the inability to nurture. So some kind of inability to nurture either oneself or another led to a Five of Pentacles. Someone either could have been feeling like down and out, and then had a plan here, made a decision. Being fair with yourself made a big difference here with the Six of Swords. 5, 6. There's some kind of progression. What is this confrontation? It's like moving to calmer waters, and then the confrontation because the resources were off. Five of Pentacles, and of other people's resources. So that tells me other people could have contributed to this King of Cups coming out sideways. All right, okay, competition. Let's see, because you had new love. Hang on. King of Cups in reverse, confrontational. All right, using emotions or generational ideas and emotions that hang on to a lack of mindset, because this Five of Pentacles leads to the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. And this is force and confrontation. And then I've got Five of Wands, which is basically force and confrontation and chaos or drama, or everyone's got a wand and they're swinging it around about these power and resources and these limits, because there's limits to them for some reason, but it's like, okay. This is water sign energy. Generation, I'm going to put that there. And then I have the Knight of Cups over here with the limits. So all this will have to do with limits or cautions about a new love coming in, or a proposal, or confusions about love. Generational ideas and beliefs here, and the cautions. So maturity here to know what was for you, or when your ships are coming in and what's not. And you might even be aware of why with that accountability, responsibility, energy that showed up earlier. Karma is being shown here due to lack of accountability for some kind of confrontation, due to an idea of a generational conflict. That what's it about besides the tangible? Well, okay, also, there's an end. I get a big old end, and I don't know what kind. Four of Swords ending. You're not dealing with it. Chariot. Cancer energy. Who else is this betting and using power? And you're the Four of Swords, taking a rest. You could be, like I said, a retreat. I always see the stained glass window in the background. So it's like a holy, sacred space you're resting in. And these swords are on the wall. Um, not all of them. Let's see. Okay. I got a feel where this is going with my new slippery cards here. Slippery could have something to do with 9 of Cups. Wow. So this offer, it gives a 10 of Cup offer. Limiting love, other people using resources to limit love on what, a huge scale? I don't feel like a huge scale. Empress energy, Ace of Cups. Yeah, I got the Ace of Cups, Knight of Cups. Wish fulfillment in love. This is abundance. This is attracting fiery energy that wants to like tempt in some type of way. You're not buying into it though. I say tempt because it's not going to stay. It's in and out. Something's in and out while something's going to stay. What is this? Wish fulfillment. It's like you're going to know something when it pops up. Wow, yeah, you are. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Upright to me, it is being open to learn new things, having a beginner's mind. Okay. Lack of understanding or some kind of ignorance here attached to this Page of Pentacles in reverse. 4 of Cups. She's bored with it. Bored with their lack of ideas. Moon in reverse. You overcame the fears and the limits and the imposing and the regarding of this power. You're not regarding the power. What does that mean? Moon, Pisces, Magician in reverse. Lack of tools, tools being misused. Fear of tools, also. Fear of tools, fear of, somebody isn't seen for what they wanted to be seen as. King and Queen of Cups in reverse with the 6 of Wands in reverse, being seen for a confrontation or a force of emotional insecurity. It's about attention. So it was about attention because they could have had a lack of better things to do there with the 4 of Cups, Moon in reverse. You definitely faced your fears upon the situation. But I want to see what this 5 of Pentacles is having to do with strength. Your stability, your strength. You could have moved away from this Leo energy, or it has to do with what you brought to the table. There was now spying or looking at how you overcame a 5 of Pentacles, or someone else is experiencing a 5 of Pentacles now because of what they shared with the Page of Swords, Lovers, the choice they made, the decision they made. 3 of Cups with other people, or celebrated. Somebody celebrated too soon with the 5 of Pentacles. What is this? 6 of Swords. Decision made to move calmer waters, obviously, with the 6 of Swords. But what else? There was the Lovers. Wow, you made a fair decision in love for yourself. All right, so the Lovers comes out, and I'm going to show it too long. Gemini energy, Leo energy, the past situation. Okay, wow, and the Star. Hope being restored. 3 major arcanas right there. Breaking free from any mental conflicts that could have been projections. What are they? Acquired beliefs, I want to say, over time. Dude. Acquired beliefs over time. Hierophant right there. higher. Okay, so acquired spiritual beliefs over time having to do with cooperation because the beliefs. Okay, let's just see. I don't know. Now the Queen and King of Cups are nice together here with this confrontating. Okay, so there's confrontation within this now. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So the deception or the strategy, the energy, the force. You could have strategized out of a Five of Pentacles. King of Pentacles upright. There was a deception, alive, attached to the emotions, the confronting emotions. And it's attached to this generational wealth. What's that have to do with it? Confrontations about emotions and generational wealth. The Tower. Universe noticed. Two of Cups in reverse. Death in reverse. The Tower in reverse. Oh, Tower's upright. Sorry. Aries energy. The power, the getting and using power resulted in a major loss. And the universe was like coming in to have the situation stirred up as a life or death issue because other people's resources were involved somehow. What is that? Six of Pentacles. There was a give and a take with other people or getting and using power with the Six of Pentacles. Libra energy. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so that was greed, other people. Star. Justice, I just said Libra. Okay, so dealing with or about energy of greed in general. Or like, you are the karma, you are the justice. You did restore the hope in the situation of yourself, which restored some kind of hope and balance around you. Okay, some of these off kilter, they're unable to nurture themselves, or this was what this was about. This giving and receiving, and the Tower that was created to create an instability and justice is now being restored. I got Aquarius, and I want to see, yeah, because not tied to the situation or the thoughts of it, the beliefs of it, the actuality of something that occurred. Let's see. Not sure which cards I'm going to do first, so I'm just going to grab these here. These are brand new to me. So let's see what's going on with this Leo. Strength, overcoming the Five of Pentacles, and spiritual values. You didn't compromise your values. If this had occurred, carried away, let yourself be caught up in the whirlwind of a romantic moment. Okay, so this could have all occurred because of a whirlwind of a romantic moment. I do got the Lovers here, so what's that about? Scales of balance, Libra. Okay, so scales of balance occurring, and you're being carried away. So this was part of balancing the scales and karma. I don't know why. Because the tide of transition. Okay, because of things we can't control. Something like that. What is happening? Rising flames. Wow. So there was a passion. Okay. There was a passion. Let your passion guide you to the fulfilling purpose meant for you. Okay. You could have traveled toward a purpose or traveled about your spiritual values. There's rising flames with strength. So you're like a rising phoenix here going forward. Wow. That's like a light speed, but on a road. So you're traveling some kind of, it says, don't dwell on the past, but focus on creating a brighter future. So the secret to success is to focus all your energy on building the new and not fighting the old. So this was a rising or fall, it was a rising flame, rising hmm, spiritual link. Stay aligned with your highest dreams and ideals to the success. So you're on your way to success, bright future. And this was like an obstacle in the road somewhere along the line, I believe. What is happening here? Thrive and believe. All right. So your decisions were about thriving and believing. The calmness and 6-6 alignment here. Thrive and believe. Embrace growth and trust in in promise. Keep an open mind. Answers reveal the path to fulfillment. Then I have behind the veil. So behind the veil is, wow, what's it say? Welcome uncertainty as an opportunity for growth and be okay without knowing. There's something about not knowing about this confrontation. Your belief value let you I think you unlearned something with that page of pentacles that showed up in reverse. Okay, so you had the ability to unlearn something, and behind the veil, this is why you had the ability to unlearn it. You had a breakthrough. You broke through the veil, behind the veil, and then breakthrough. Oh, I'm telling you, you broke through some kind of a pattern that was occurring. It says navigate like many. Oh, I'm sorry. Does it say navigate? Yeah. Oh, not like though. Navigate life as many twists and turns with elegance and resilience. Yeah, you're breaking through the veil or peeking behind the veil on this. What was confrontational for generations about these issues. What are they? Okay, so there's issues. Eighth house is life or death issues. Okay. Just go with it. Embrace spontaneity and trust the journey. I haven't never read these cards, so remaining open to unexpected twists and turns. What's up with the twist and the turns? Okay, so twisted. This was it was an obstacle. Okay, so it was an obstacle that led you to be able to see something unexpected, new heights. Let your connection with spirit ground you as you reach for the sky. Just go with it. Oh, and here I'm knocking those off. New heights. On the mend. Okay, the Four of Swords telling me you're on the mend. This and this is somebody on crutches here, and then I got on the mend. So actual could be mending that way. Roots of stability. Wow. Okay, you got the roots of stability. Ground yourself in what nurtures your being, establishing a stable base from which love and career can bloom. And a saving grace. I said that word grace. There was a saving grace here. You did something with grace, which was possibly your saving grace. Forgiving yourself and others heals and the wound. Oh, I'm sorry, heals the wound and sets you free because you have the roots of stability. Here, grace. Yeah, okay. All right, I'm going to do some more here because let's see. Grinding gears, rising flame, long range travel, sharing values. Somebody worked too hard on something, you could have told them no. So it brought you into your own strength here. this is grinding gears and working too hard on it. So somebody was working too hard on something that wasn't working or not supposed to work for some reason. Because it led to the Five of Pentacles. You're aware of that. Sweet satisfaction, good taste, savoring it. But somebody liked the idea of these flames and sharing them. What is happening with the flames? Not ready to get started. Plans aren't fully formed. You could have travel plans that aren't fully formed, or the thinking or the planning out of an idea hasn't been fully formed, or the decision hasn't been made because that hasn't been, the steps haven't been taken to fully form the idea, either to move to calmer waters, to make a choice to love yourself first, whatever that is here. This is overworking as well. And Harding. Okay, Harding. But Tanya Harding, oh wow. I'm scared. Tanya Harding. Oh, anyway, Harding. Not ready to get started. Plans aren't fully formed. Okay, well, no one had a plan anyway. Looks like those plans were bad plans with the Five of Pentacles. And you formed a better plan, I want to say. Yeah, formed a better plan. And here, this is the real deal. Your efforts bear fruit. So yeah, the better plan or a real plan. Thriving and believing behind the plan. Making decisions based upon that and based upon love here. Moving forward with a lover. So choices that consider a lover or a relationship person. Okay, there's an energy here that is like oil and water, and they're separate, and separate lives drift apart. So this behind the veil energy could be with life or death or passed on energy that was confrontational. That could be the apartness of it. Let's see. What is this? I don't know. Let's see. I want to add two of it. Give me another one of this energy, please. Behind the veil. What is this energy behind? Nothing's coming out there. Stormy relationships. Yeah. Queen and King of Cups in reverse. Very inconsiderate or immature about emotions. Trouble strikes. Uproar. Behind the veil. And so behind the veil, trouble strikes. So ancestral things. Ancestral traumas coming up. The best medicine is the real scoop. So when you get the real scoop about the stormy relationships or where the trouble may strike, or somebody thought that somebody projected the idea trouble will strike if you look into what was confrontational, or some kind of caution or limit was put out there. There's a feeling run down, tired, rough time, too much about other people and the resources. Just go with it. So you're being asked to navigate those twists and those turns with grace and stability. The energy with stormy relationships became very run down and had to turn to other people's resources. Let's see. What are these roots of stability? See your ancestors here a couple times. This is a real sign in the behind. That's the opposite of the real scoop. No, it's gone away. Oh. Career can bloom. So before a career could bloom, there were fears and cautions and limits from a dynamic of roots that were on the basis of being annoyed or something. Being annoyed. Being annoyed? Well, I don't know where that came from. What is going on? A spiritual or a religious community? With spiritual values. Spiritual protection and spiritual or religious community. What's happening here? A couple of these Crystal Angel Oracle cards. Stay strong in your faith at this time with Dolomite. All right. Positive outcome is going to depend on a positive mindset. To overcome that Five of Pentacles, you used a positive mindset and you were gentle with yourself. What's happening here? Stress reduction and love life. And they're both upright. When you reduced your stress and healed some kind of generational trauma or wounds about story, confrontations, or the energy of that, you have new or renewed romantic love comes here for you. It comes here. Well, it could be coming here or there, but actually it says, oh, it's here for you. Rose quartz. Watermelon, tourmaline, dolomite, and rose quartz. Prosperities in reverse. There was limits imposed here on love. Answered prayers, prosperities in reverse. There's an answered prayer coming in here. It had to do with a positive mindset and prosperity and divine support and solutions. You have solutions coming in, and it could be coming in an unusual way as well. Let's get a couple of these for you. And then I'll close it out. And of course, I hope this was helpful. Let's see. For the collective. Okay, first thing I see is 4-leaf clover. So, got a 4-leaf clover coming out. Much luck to this travel. Much luck to this thinking long range, big thinking. Sharing big. You could be sharing your luck, or your luck is contagious here. Oh, with love. I haven't seen this one yet. It's a little yellow heart. Okay. So you've got love and decisions and faith. You're bearing fruit. Bearing fruit. Okay, I got amethyst, spiritual protection, spiritual growth. You got crown, third eye, chakra, energy here. Okay, so this confrontation, wow, so that's stuck on my arm and pushed that card out. Somebody's trying to push something out of the way. I was going to talk about this confrontational force energy, though. Okay. Push something out of the way by, snagging onto it. It's snagged onto my sleeve. All right. Here I have like an antique 10 or an ending. This also could be like an antique watch. Kind of reminds me of time. And it's interesting because I do remember how I acquired this because I was buying something at like Michael's or something, and it was on the same thing of what I wanted. So I used, and I just kind of didn't use this, and it carried around with me for, I don't know, 15 years I probably had it, and it's just the way it is. Okay. So I happen to have 5 cards, and I pulled out 5 charms. I got the key. You got the key to an ending. 10 is an ending. Putting an ending to this, yeah, it's like generations, ancestral. The way someone cares for oneself there, or puts the nurturing into a situation. You have a key to unlock the door wherever limits were placed or cautions were put in. Okay, whatever was gone. It's like the keys were left in your hands, or you have the key to this. Oh, similar here. Journey within is in reverse. So you have a different face system here that doesn't go journeying within, possibly. I don't know. Lead by example coming out more in reverse. Yeah. So lack of or not a great example here. Choose love over fear is in reverse. This example has to do with fear. So you overcome some kind of leader that didn't lead by an example. It was based upon fear and not love. So you kept a positive mindset. What happened here with the faith? Appreciate your talents is in reverse. So they were unappreciative of a talent, but it was very passionate, but it was superficial in some type of way. Really toxic relationship is in reverse. Yeah, it was superficial. So it was a relationship that didn't appreciate your talents that Let's see this. The responsibility for actions is behind this release toxic relationships and stress that was created due to a force. Kindness counts. You're you're very compassionate with yourself when it comes to these confrontations. Kind that are in fear. Haven't learned from their mistakes. Ego attached. What is this love life? Collective energy. What is this love life? Abundance is your right in reverse. Well, that's the same as prosperity in reverse. Like there is enough to go around. So that is a past false belief here being healed about love or through love, or this was a love life, partnerships in love that it was based upon abundance or finances or closed-mindedness. What is this? Abundance is your right. Calm is not a weakness in reverse. I don't even know where this express your feelings came out at. Okay, so this is uncalm, limits, cautions, control issues. Looks like expectations, fear, mistakes, or something. What is that? It's like holding a mistake. Yeah, with judgment. So some kind of could be holier than thou energy here or something taking place, but you are never alone. I'm gonna leave it there. I do hope this was helpful. Thanks a lot.